Thank you so much. Eva Carducci from Italy. Ciao, how are you?
Ciao, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Really, really good. Always happy to talk to you, this time on
Yeah.
Zoom. The first question that I wanted to ask you, I think that this show tackles one aspect that we are all scared of, waking up with somebody that is close to you and you don't recognize him or you don't know nothing about him. So how much do you think the show tackles this fear that we might have?
I think it's a fear we all struggle with daily. The truth is we never really know anyone, including ourselves, really. I think we all have the opportunity and ability to change, evolve, and it's a constant lesson in life, really. I think that we're constantly struggling with this sort of. And I kind of just went through this myself in the last year of like kind of figuring out who I am now. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago or beyond. And actually it was sort of taking a moment to really analyze what I want, who I am, what makes me happy, what doesn't make me happy. Um, but the truth is, especially with regards to other people, we can never be sure, and we have no control over other people's actions and decisions. We can trust, and once trust is broken, it's a matter of forgiving or not. Um, but it's a fear that lives within all of us. I think the best we can do is try to educate ourselves and be open and honest in our communication as best we can be. But obviously, some people aren't willing and wanting and open to evolution and to growing. Um, but yeah, that's my 2 cents, as you say. Um, but yeah, it is a fear like that will always be there, I think.
And thank you for your answer. And I was thinking about, I don't want to spoil too much of the show, of course, but
Mm.
let's just say that your character lives a lot in hotel, is always on the run, like he moves a lot for living. And it's really hard to build a family on this when you are always constantly around. Is something that as an actor affects you as well? Like, how do you relate with this aspect of the character?
Yeah.
Like professionally, of course.
Yeah, I think it's really difficult juggling the life of an actor and having kids. It's again a big fear of mine. I think because I grew up in a household where, my dad was predominantly always at home and my mum was the breadwinner, and my mum was working a lot, but she was in a more kind of consistent 9 to 5 job. So the routine was the same every day. I knew where we were, what we were doing, what was going to happen. I think what there is a benefit. There are obviously negatives to living my lifestyle and having kids, and not being able to be with them all the time. But for me as an actor, I may, yes, be away and busy for 3 months at a time. But then, for example, recently I had 9 months where I didn't work through choice because I'd done 2 jobs back to back and I was working for almost a year solid. But after that, well, I was like, well, I want and I need for my family, for me, and for my kids, like I need time off. And so I took 9 months to sort of move. I was moving house. I had a lot of big transitional events happening in my life, and I felt like I needed to be more present and more at home. I needed to figure out who I was, as I said, and I think there are benefits to that. They're also part of my job moves me around the world, and there are opportunities for my kids to explore that world with me and to see me being creative and me being happy. And I think that is equally important. There are other people who, if you were to work in the military, you have to go away for months on end. So it's not only my job, only my industry where this happens. There are plenty of people that have to kind of live without a parent and for periods of time. Unfortunately, my kids are very understanding because they've grown up with this being part of their life, and it's difficult for them, for me. but we also get those moments of quality time where other parents don't. You could be working a 9 to 5 job and have to leave work before the kids wake up for school and get home once they're in bed. So yeah, there are positives and negatives to every job, really, unless you're a stay-at-home parent. But even then, there's positives and negatives
Yeah.
to that. You can be
No,
too involved, I think, with your children sometimes. You know, I don't believe that necessarily to be true, but I think that you know, I think yeah, I think it's a really difficult balance, and you have to find what's right for you and your family. And my kids, I'm grateful for their understanding and their patience and their communication. You know, they talk to me about it being difficult at times, and I talk to them openly about it being difficult for me. Um, and I think that's all we can only try our best, really.
you say it perfectly. It's a quality time. It's the same also in the other side of this job. You know, as a journalist, you've never been at home sometimes. So you definitely say that it's the quality time. And I
Yeah,
have to wrap, but I just quickly, you can see how many anime and manga I have here. You
yeah,
have
I do. Yeah,
characters in the show. It looks like an anime character. Are you familiar? Do you like anime? Did you inspired by some of that for
I'm
your
I'm
character?
I'm not overly familiar with anime, actually. My little boy's just started kind of getting into it, but like only recently because another one of his friends is into it. So he's sort of learning about it, but like not even to the extent that it's sort of even crossed my path yet. But there are certain songs and certain characters online that he's sort of more interested in. You know, and we have a great bond, and we play like Fortnite together.
Nice.
And I sort of introduced him to Fortnite, and it's been sort of a wonderful bonding experience, kind of finding a mutual ground to sort of focus on. But no, I'm not overly familiar, but like I know that the creative um element to anime, like be it you know the artistic design to the stories to the complexities of the worlds that are created is incredibly special. So I hope to find the opportunity to get more involved.